Springsteen.
Can we hang up? I'm coming over there.
I thought you hung up. You gotta get on.
I'm sorry.
We have extra live trucks in the parking lot this morning, so if you have an idea where you think we ought to send one, go to our website, gooddaysacramento.com. Click on Live Truck Tracker.
Also, Sacramento Mayor Kevin Johnson, expected in a few minutes in studio, talking about what he is trying to do to keep the Kings here in the capital city.
I like that they wrote that so that he could cancel.
Beeper, beeper, beeper. Good Day Sacramento, Courtney Dempsey live at IHOP in Natomas. Lots of people enjoying their free short stacks of pancakes. Look at that. It's like the whole high school came here. Stick around. Lots of people eating pancakes, but all for a good cause. Making donations to Children's Miracle Network. We'll tell you how you can do it all day today. It's coming up on Good Day. We're going to get more in the morning.
Oh, yeah, a little Green Day. A little Green Day for you on this Tuesday morning.
Look at you getting that in 2 notes.
Yeah.
Looking at an IHOP, got an IHOP right across the street. Hey, is that an owl?
It's breeding season.
Holy cow.
It's breeding
That's
season.
pretty cool up there on our camera.
He's looking for mice.
Yeah, free pancakes at IHOP. You get a free short stack, which we're told is 3 pancakes at IHOP beginning. It started at 7 o'clock until 10 o'clock tonight. Wow, that's a beautiful looking bird.
And I'll pass on the pancakes. Yeah. I see a squirrel. All right, the talk of the town, of course, is the fate of our Sacramento Kings.
Sacramento Mayor Kevin Johnson is here this morning to talk about that's the biggest story going on in town right now. Nice to see you again.
Good to be back.
Saw you at the game last night, talking with the Maloofs, and you said last week that Sacramento won't be played. There was a very vague tweet by one of the Maloofs after the game about how our players will enjoy a rivalry with the Clippers for years to come. They didn't say whether that was going to be here. How real is this? Where do we stand right now with the team staying or moving?
Well, I think last night was a great indication that our fans are doing everything they can to let the Maloofs and the Kings know how much we appreciate them. It was pandemonium, unbelievable atmosphere. It was like playoff atmosphere. So it was exciting to be there. The fans were just razzed, and you could see your team playing harder and responding to the energy of the fans. But we can only control our part. They're going to have to make a business decision, and it's kind of like a marriage. We don't want to break up. We're still in love. We hope that they stay here in Sacramento. But our city has to go forward. We'd love them to be a part of the next 25 years in Sacramento, but we can't just sit by idly and be used as leverage. When you're down in a basketball game, you play hard, you try to have fun with a good attitude, but you got to play to win, and we're playing to win, even as a city.
I think it was scary because this was really the first time in about 10 years that people really thought, okay, they may move. I mean, there were other, yeah, they're talking about it, there's a possibility, but I think that's what really scared fans, that they were serious this time.
I think you're right. I mean, there was a lot of rumors swirling around for a month or so, and they all got substantiated. The commissioner during All-Star Weekend said that the Maloofs are in talks with the Anaheim family, the folks down there, and I think our fan base was like, oh my God, because you realize how much you appreciate something when you're about to lose it, and I think that's what you're seeing. You're seeing an outpouring of support from our community here saying, we want you here, we want to be a part of the next 25 years.
We're looking at gorgeous pictures of the Honda Center there, of course. And
those don't look gorgeous to me.
Yeah. Well, so let's talk about Arena. Any plans to, quicken the pace there and, give some kind of nugget to the family, to the Maloofs, to get them to reconsider?
Have they given you the documents that have been required for them to deliver yet, the Maloofs? Have they delivered those documents yet?
Yeah, I think 3 things. One, when I say we won't be used as leverage or we negotiate from a position of strength, we need to build an entertainment sports complex with or without the Maloofs. We hope they're there. We'll hope they're the tenants. But if not, Sacramento has to go forward, and we have to prove that we can do world-class things. In terms of the documents, we were expecting to get the financial documents so that the group that's building an entertainment sports complex could look at the marketing data and do a feasibility study and make projections based on revenue. We did not get those on Friday.
Did you get them yesterday?
Yesterday, we got some sort of documents, so it was maybe a sign of progress, but it wasn't the real analysis that we needed.
Excuse me with my dumb guy questions here, but I'm the dumbest guy on this show, obviously. Why is it that we need the documents from the Kings, the city needs the documents of the financial situation? They said, okay, we'll give it to you 2 weeks ago, we'll give it to you Friday, you get a little bit yesterday. It's got to be incredibly frustrating, and doesn't that strike you as a little hinky on the part of the Kings that there should be full disclosure if everyone is laying all their cards out on the table at the same time?
I think one of the things that I've said to the Maloofs is, look, I got to fight for Sacramento, and Sacramento deserves to be a partner. We're financial partners. We're emotionally invested. We're psychologically invested. And what the documents allow is it looks at the revenue and the marketing data over the last 5 or 10 years. So when you do projections on a new entertainment and sports complex, you've got to project how many fans, how much you make with parking, how much you make with concessions. All that matters, because if there's going to be a gap at the end of the day to build a new entertainment sports complex, you have to know what that gap is. And we as a community have to know, because if we're going to have to figure out how to close the gap, then we want to know.
So, Mr. Mayor, how do we get those figures? How do we get inside the Kings books to see exactly what's been happening?
Two things. I'm meeting with them this week, and I hope that I can encourage them this week to release all the documents. We'll keep them confidential. It's really the developer of the arena that needs those documents. And then secondly, this group that's going to do an entertainment sports complex analysis for us over the next 90 days, they said the analysis will be a lot more accurate with the financials.
Right.
But even if they don't get the financials, they'll do it as if the Kings aren't the tenant, so that we as a community know what it would look like even without them.
Do you think the Maloofs were swayed by last night, by the turnout of the fans, by the rally? Do you have any, I mean, obviously we saw you chatting with cameras in your face last night, but do you think at all that they would have been swayed by the passion that the city does have for the team staying?
I think they were definitely moves. You know, this takes you back to 2002, 3, 4, and 5 in our heyday.
Right.
And they love that energy. They love the passion of our fans. There was one sign up there last night that said, "Beat LA, don't join LA."
Right.
You know, so there was just good fan participation. At the end of the day, all we can do is let them know how much they mean to us and that we want them here. If they choose to go to Anaheim, we wish them well. But I do have a chance to meet with them this week, and we're going to do everything we can to ask them, is there anything we can do as a community to keep you here? And then we're going to do our best, if possible, to make it happen.
Do you really think we're being played? I want to ask you that, because I've heard you say that in recent days, that we're being used as leverage with Anaheim. Is that, I mean, it looks to me like that's what's going on, and you've said that. I just wanted to ask you right up front, what do you think the odds are really of the Kings staying? Do you think we're being played? I know you can give us an absolute answer, but what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think when I said earlier, I don't want to be used as leverage. I don't want our community to be used as leverage. What I meant by that is, if they are going to Anaheim, then let's not us be in a negotiation pawn that they can use to get additional leverage down there.
Yeah.
Number two, you know, I found out that they filed for an extension for relocation on a Google alert. When you're partners, that's not quite how you deal with each other. So what I'm asking them is, in good faith partners, just to communicate. Tell us what your challenges are. Let's communicate. The public, the fans, our community deserves better than that, in my opinion, and that'll be my comment when I talk to them.
I think you're right. This is like a marriage with two people maybe going in separate directions, but from our standpoint, from the Sacramento standpoint, we're saying to the Maloofs and to the Kings, stay. We want to stay married with you.
And we're not going in any direction. We're here.
Yeah, so we're not moving.
We're not going anywhere.
All right. Good luck to you. All right.
Thank you.
Keep us on top of what goes on in this
How about
situation.
me, Mr. Investigative Broadcaster?
Nice.
How about me?
Questions.
Thank you very much, everybody. I'll be here after the show. Thank you. Nice to meet you, Mayor. Seriously. Come on my radio show sometime.
Invite me anytime.
Apparently, I'm a leper. You come on every show on KHTK except mine. Please come on.
Saving the best for last.
Oh, see, there you go.
Good answer. Good answer.
You said that on TV.
All right, we'll have a look at the day's top stories for you coming up right after the break.
Including what Google is doing to try to fix a glitch in their Gmail.
Plus, mice in a restaurant. Coming up, why the owner says it was sabotage. Details next.